Hello guys, this is Nomad Millennial, where the adventure begins. I want to talk about what we can do in the free time. Certainly, we have busy lives um, because we have lots of responsibilities. We are already adults, so we get to take care of ourselves. However, we can still make time to do things for ourselves in our free time. One of the first things that I always recommend to do in the free time is listening to podcasts like this. That's the beginning to enjoy the free time because you will learn valuable lessons from multiple podcasts out there, especially when it comes to living by yourself, being an adult, facing with tough problems in life, overcome obstacles, and become successful. If for those who are learning a second language or other languages on the way, podcast is a valuable tool to improve your listening and enrich your vocabulary in that language. So you may start to speak um, that language very fluently in a short period of time. By the way, I think that listening is the art of communication. What do I mean by that? I mean that listening is the beginning of communication and therefore understanding. When we listen other people's points of view and pay attention to what they say, we not only learn from other perspectives, but also we learn how to argue those points of view. Therefore, we can construct our argument from there and start to rebuke uh, those points of view, even debunk some misconceptions, and even refute um, any sort of argument that apparently looks incredible, but it's worthless. So, for those who engage in debates, listening is the first step to become an expert in at debating. Also, for those who focus on doing podcasts like this or public speech, listening will be the most useful tool to talk in public, especially in front of thousands of people looking at you, whether in person or online. Nowadays, we have the ability to reach lots of people through social media, especially in this platform. So that's the best way to practice, to talk to people, whether one-on-one or in groups of 5 or 10 people in Zoom or Skype on any other platform. Another thing that you can do in your free time is learning valuable skills such as programming. Yes, it's important to learn about programming, especially for those who live by themselves, those who decide to live alone. Need to learn this useful skill because that will allow you to get a high paid job in a matter of time. It could be 6 months, it could be 1 year. It doesn't really matter. What it matters is you can get a job, start to make a living, start to get savings, start to pay your bills, to pay your debt if you have some. I hope so that any of you who are listening to this has any sort of debt. Okay, for those who are still debt, stay away from debt. Pay your debts before uh, November 2020 ends, or even before December 2020 ends. And I expect that you understand what I mean by that. So stay there out of debt, pay your debts, pay your bills, plan accordingly for the end of this month, November 2020 and December 2020. So you stay debt free. Are here I continue. Programming, it's the future and the job market across the world. So if you were an IT company, you can even ask for an overseas transfer so you can become a remote worker. The idea when you're learning a skill such as programming, it's towards getting financial stability first and later on getting financial freedom. Once you become a remote worker, then you start to work part-time freelancer, so you can start to develop your own portfolio. The idea is creating your own clients portfolio. It could be from 10 to 20, or could be from 20 to 100 clients um, in your portfolio. What it matters is productivity. So you need to be able how to satisfy those 10 or 100 clients so that you can get a steady and growing income in the long run, especially for those who want to move overseas. So you reduce your cost of living, um, increase your cash, and keep more of your money for yourself. That's the way to go. For those who cannot move overseas for uh, any sort of reason, then you can still work from home, become as a remote worker, and later become a freelancer. And probably it will be better a month, because it's up to everyone to learn skills, to master them, to become expert at any of them, and to reach financial freedom. It's the only way to go. Um, Also, you can learn from in the free time how to invest in stocks, mutual funds, or even invest in any sort of crypto as well. Um, that's another thing that you can take. Also, you can take seminars and webinars about um, learning another language, or learning programming, or even learning things such as accounting. Those skills would be useful to work in a big firm and later work overseas for other companies and later become independent. Um, it's amazing that you can walk away from your current employer, become a freelancer to achieve your financial freedom, get retired earlier, and start to travel as a digital nomad as well. So you need to start from somewhere. The only way from somewhere is learning any sort of skill such as programming, so you can move overseas and enjoy a cheap cost of living once you are there. Also, you can do a lot of workouts in your free time, especially pushes to work in your triceps to strengthen your arms, shoulders, and back. You can work into reduce your pain, your injuries, um, heal your body, um, and do more intensive workout so you can be healthier, can be in good shape, also in a good fitness, so you can do some kind of work, do things like fixing light or fixing the toilet or uh, do any house repairs or whether in the garage or in the kitchen or even in the bathroom. So that would be useful, that kind of thing. Also, that will be helpful to improve your diet so you can start to eat healthy, because eating healthy means eating what you need to eat. It just providing your body the enough amount of proteins uh, to move on and to survive. Okay. Also, for those who have some kind of like weight issues or any sort of health issues, that will be useful to learn about workout. Also, to do yoga before doing workout, so you reduce the impact of your injuries or also prevent injuries as well. And do fasting. I specifically recommend intermittent fasting, like, which means only eating 3 meals per week. That would be one meal on Monday, one meal on Wednesday, and one meal on Friday. So you can heal your body, and then do fasting the rest of the week. Then you will start to see a lot of changes in 1 week. Then in the second week, and then the end of the month, you will start to feel comfortable with yourself, more self-confident. You will start to um, feel healthy, to feel changes in your body, particularly for the good, change your habits, and to realize that a workout is a lifestyle, and you can make a living from it. How you can make a living from healthy lifestyle? Getting a better job, getting a high-paid job, um, getting a promotion, getting a salary rise, learning new skills. You can focus more on that, take more courses to improve your memorization skills, your learning skills, so you can process more information, you can enjoy more learning process. It will be very much easier for you to take online courses, take webinars, and any participating in an forum available, um, or any Zoom meeting, so you can enjoy your experience of that. Because now you're in good shape, now you're healthy, now you have been healed um, from your diet, and now because you're having healthy habits, so you can be disciplined and productive as well. Also, you can start to work as freelancer your free time. Those who are already working, but I want to do something else. I want to get financial freedom. Then it's time to become freelancer. It's time to get a gig job, so you can not only make an extra income, but also learn to do something else. That to not only in one job, two jobs. You need to start to learning different sources of incomes, and you can start to make a living on that. and I think to get retired earlier as soon as possible, because sooner you get retired, then you will enjoy the rest of life you and doing the things that you really want to do in your free time. Because money is the tool to buy time, to do whatever you want, um, whether for your hobbies or spending more time with your dog or with your pet, for more your social life, to have new friends. There are other things that you can do in your free time, but they aren't beneficial uh, around us the previous ones, because you can live without learning any of those traits, and still having a good life. Uh, Here's my take on that. The things that you definitely shouldn't do in your free time, though, those are spending your time on social media and the internet, like especially watching entertainment stuff, or reading news or watching news very often. That's unhealthy, and that leads you to uh, not feel good about yourself on daily basis. So the key to avoid feeling down is definitely um, replacing those things by reading books. Yes, lots of books. Books about self improvement, self development, about history, humankind, about personal finances, about that planning, financial management, about this is a topic that will help you to get retired earlier, to become a disciplined person, to become productive, and to achieve goals in the short and long run. The only way that you can become the best at something is spending a lot of time on that kind of thing until you can master that. The only way that you can go. It won't be easy to do those things. You need to take a risk, that kind of thing. Probably many people like me have to take a 1 year gap to do those kind of things. So they can so we may realize that we what really want to do in our lives. So you need to go forward. You need to try different things. You need to experiment with different kind of stuff when it comes to learning. Becomes something um, joyful for you. Yeah, it will be frustrating at the beginning, to navigate through learning a new stuff that you probably never hear of, or probably you never even tried to do before. So the first week or the first month that will be tough, but then the second month that will start to be easier, and then eventually it will become very much easier and become a second nature in your life. So you will get used to this on a daily basis. The key uh, productivity is repetition. Therefore, you need to practice and what you want to be good at it in daily basis. Lots of practice take to become an expert in a topic. It can take months, it can take 1 year, it can take years to become an expert in a subject. So you may want to start right now. So you may can have a chance to improve your life and to have a better future for yourself or and for those who benefit from you. Definitely, once you read books, you increase your knowledge, you improve your judgment, uh, you look into retrospective about your life as an adult, look into perspective towards the future, other people's experience, learn from other people's mistakes, learn from your own mistakes. That's what I always insist to compare yourself from years ago, so you can look at the amounts that you make, review carefully those mistakes, and then start to work on it to solve your current problems so you can have a better future. Like I said before, we will always make lots of mistakes, and then we probably will make a worse mistake than the previous one, but there is always room for improvement, and we can always solve the mistakes. The only thing that we cannot solve is the end of our lives. Nobody can escape from that fate, so we cannot solve that. You can solve the rest of the things, though. So never worry about things that you cannot do or things that you cannot solve. Focus on the things that you still can do. That will have an impact in your future and your present and in short term, and also that will make an impact in the long run. You need to start to think ahead on those things because the world has already changed. We are transitioning to a new way of living, a new society, with a new set of rules. So we need to adapt into that. We need to embrace the new normal. So we can adapt, we can thrive in the new society. So my advice on this is use your free time wisely because yes, you may can buy time, with 1 year gap and so forth, but that will never last forever. When the time goes by, there is no way to go back. There is no way to regret about the things that you didn't. You need to start doing now. The time to do things is right now. You cannot just wait to see things happen in front of you. You need to start taking action to make things happen for you. Because the only thing that you can do is change yourself, change your environment. You cannot change anything else. That's out of your control. But still, you can do something about your life. Get your life back together. Fix your mistakes. And perhaps you will have a bright future ahead of you. Thank you so much, guys, for listening. And see you next time.